Hello, so in this video, let's begin with annotating the Pojo classes starting from the class level. So by default, Hibernate generates SQL statements for every persistent class on startup, right? Now, so it also generates update statement on startup. So how does Hibernate know which columns would be updated, right? So the answer is that the generated SQL statement updates all columns, and if a column is not present, is not if the value of a particular column is not modified, right? If the value of a particular column is not modified, then Hibernate sets it to its old value. Now think of this in a legacy table with hundreds of columns, right? Then your SQL statement will be large for updates, and then you also see that the Hibernate SQL generation at startup takes a long time at runtime. So you would want to disable the SQL CRUD statement generation at runtime. So Hibernate provides an extended annotation that extends JPA annotations to do this. Let's see how this can be done in code. So let me go to my Eclipse. So here I have a simple item class. So I have a simple item class. It has an item ID, name, and a description, right? So the annotation that we will be looking at is this annotation, which extends JPA to provide a dynamic insert true and dynamic update true, right? So what happens if you don't do this? And let's say we're not providing a description, right? When we run this, alright, so you can see that the description which we didn't set also appears in the insert statement, right? So this value is essentially going to be null. If you look at the DB, this value is just going to be null, right? So if you see, the value is null. So but even though the value is null, Hibernate includes the column and sets it to null, right? Which is undesirable. And let's say, so to avoid this, we have Hibernate gives you the dynamic insert and dynamic update, which as I explained earlier, it stops Hibernate from generating CRUD at runtime for this class. So let's say that we put this annotation and let's run the query again. So at this time we see that the description doesn't appear. So this is an example of using dynamic insert annotation and a dynamic update annotation in Hibernate. Thank you.